Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing an unboxing, installation, little review. We're going to be testing the whole 9 yards. Some new off-road lights from Hawkglow. They already have wiring, relays, switch, everything in the box. However, we're going to be basically directly wiring into the pre-wired switches that are available in the Bronco. If you're not wanting to do that, you just want to just have it on a switch, everything comes in the box. But let's get into this real quick and just see what they look like. Instructions, a diagram, a double relay switch. They look like they use weather connectors, which are pretty awesome. And we have maybe the light mount. It's a pretty good looking mount, honestly. Looks good. Little package of tools. Complete wiring harness if you're going to be using everything that they provide. I believe this is probably the wire for the DRL feature. We'll confirm here in a minute. But let's look at these lights. Now they have a couple of different design patterns. I went with the arrow. I think these are 172 watt. Should be very bright. So, all right, we got a little bit of daylight left. Let's get cracking. This is going to be the easiest way to route your wiring, where you can go right in this general area right here. Now, this has several snaps along here. The more snaps that you get to release, the higher you can get this up without getting into any trouble with the seal being broke from the windshield. We did remove the antenna because we're going to be slipping our wire over that area and down into that void. We're going to lay it here. We're going to try to get as much reach as we can, and we're going to basically work this up underneath this little panel here. Carefully prying up on this area should give you enough clearance to be able to sort of use the wire to hook around behind the trim piece, up and over the stub for the antenna, and then finally letting the pigtail rest down by the hood hinge. Now, regardless of whether you're using a bracket that you're going to mount your light to, or if you're going to just use the mounting bracket that is provided, it would probably be a good idea to go ahead and connect your pigtails to the wiring harness. That way you've got plenty of reach to be able to make your connections and to connect your DRL light. Otherwise, there's going to be a very limited amount of space and you may not be able to fully connect those electrical connections. With the light's base secured by the 9/16 nut, the pod light is ready to mount. I mounted my bracket first, but found the pigtail needs to run underneath it. Use the provided hardware to attach the light, then adjust as needed. And if you're wondering, like I was, whether or not that was going to make contact here, it will not. All right, now with your light mounted, you are now at this point ready to start making some electrical connections. Let's find the longer lead here. The longer one you will put at the point furthest away from your battery. Our battery's on the driver's side, so we're going to install this on that plug right up there. With our pigtails connected, now it's time to try to conceal the wires and keep them tucked back out of the way. We're going to use just behind this weather stripping here at the base of the windshield. There's a little cavity, and we're going to just use that for the time being. And get some of those little sticky clamps. I don't think anything really seats down in there. That should go there, and then that'll run right along that. Probably will choose to find some just orange electrical tape, make a couple of passes around that, can keep that back up in there. And as long as that stays tight, that plug should stay just hooked directly to that and we'll be fine. I realize some of you guys will not be using any of the upfitter switches on a Bronco. So if you're using the provided wiring, you're going to have a relay. You'll probably want to mount that somewhere along the firewall or just wherever that you see that you have space to secure that without it just basically bouncing around. Now, then you're going to be connecting your hot wire and your ground. Your hot wire has a 20 amp fuse. And then you're also going to have about 10 feet or better of length of wire to be able to get that switch into the cab of your vehicle. Now, if the vehicle that you're installing these lights on has pre-wired aux switches, just make sure that you are finding one with an appropriate sized circuit. In our Bronco Raptor, we have picked the green wire, and that is a 15 amp, and that should be sufficient considering that we're going to put our DRL on another circuit, and we'll have more on that DRL here in just a second. All right, and this will give you an explanation of lighting. And the DRL obviously just needs a power source. The negative will be the black wire, the high beam is the red, and the low beam being the blue. For DRL function, all you're going to do is connect your yellow lead to that spade terminal. Make sure that you have that appropriately protected, and then you're going to attach it to a power source. Okay, so the way this works, it looks like, is if you want this to work independently of the light, you would connect this to a power switch or to its own switch or however you want to do it. But just to see what it looks like, let's just connect it to the power, to the hot, and there you go. So if you'd like to have a DRL that you could switch on and off, you could probably wire that directly into your aux switches. If you've got multiple lights that run off of a DRL, you can just all terminate them, you know, into that component. But once your two primary wires have been sourced with power and with a ground, then all you got to do is just find a hot switch to basically get that to work. I just want to get this out there before we get to the end of the video that if you are looking at buying some really outrageously bright off-road lights, look at Hawkglow. I will leave a link in the description to the model of lights that we are actually using on the Bronco today. But for a little bit of a discount, type in Jeff 15 and that will give you a 15% off on these Hawkglow lights. I think they're going to be just crazy bright. I think that it's just going to be just like light the world up. So let's go see. All right, and I'm going to tell you right now, the cool thing about where I have mine mounted is that I don't really get any feedback to the eye. It looks like on camera, like there's a little bit of a glare. There's really not that much, but I mean, your view is incredible. I mean, I kind of wanted these more of like a ditch light to turn toward the side, but they're so bright. I mean, I'm just really curious to see what they would look like if we just pointed them actually straight ahead. Now it's extremely bright. I'm amazed. And there you go. That's just the lights themselves. It's actually pretty good. And that's just eyeballing the direction. It's amazing. Let's check them out real quick with the filters on. Whether or not you have these set up to be as a ditch light or as just straight ahead like a spot, those are really bright. Guys, did you really think they were going to be that bright? I kind of had my suspicions that they were going to be very, very bright like that, but you never know until you actually install them, connect them to some power, and hit the switch. But blown away. Remember, if you want to buy your Hawkglow lights, they're going to be Jeff15 is your discount code for my subscribers or anybody that watches the video. You don't have to subscribe. I've just shared that with you, but we'll save you some money. And thank you so much for tuning in today and watching this install. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel. And leave us a comment. Let us know what we're doing right or wrong. And above all else, give us a like. Thank you so much. We'll see you later.